Well, hey there, it's Elka.
And Jen, and we are popping on. We sent you an email. We blasted it out on social media that we are going live to do some hot seat coaching Q&A, and then also give you a sneak peek into the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp. And so while we're waiting for everyone to pop on, first of all, we want to say Happy New Year, because I think that we've been here and there in our course members area, and then also a bit on social media, but we want to start the new year off with
in this group.
Yeah, in this group, and then also with energy and motivation to start our businesses, to ramp them up, to get them to the next level, to implement the strategic action steps that we need to, so that we can make 2021 our best year yet and your best year yet.
On Zazzle.
On Zazzle, yeah. And so we have some people coming on, which is awesome. So if anyone has any questions, pop them in the chat or the in the comment section of this video. What the format is going to be some hot seat coaching, so you can ask any questions that you want regarding Zazzle or the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp, and we will be also showing you a little bit of the back end into what the bootcamp means and what the Profit by Design Academy is,
and what you're going to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, we've got lots to tell you, because as soon as people understand exactly what this bootcamp is all about for the Profit by Design Academy, they're all in, right? But at first it's like, do I have to, be there every day of the week for 12 weeks? Holy smokes. No, you don't. How much time commitment is there a week? Well, you have to get through the training, and then you have to be live for an hour on Thursdays, right? So that's your commitment. And there's a 15-minute thing on Monday, which you can watch as a replay, or it can be on live and just get raw excited, and where we introduce the week, what we're going to cover, what their expectations are for you to finish through the week, because actually the whole point is just to get you to do the work in the course to get through it. So the time commitment will be your ability to get the work done. So if you're brand new to the Profit by Design Academy, you're going to have a couple of modules to go through each, through the whole course, 10 exactly. But if you have already done the PDA, or you're a previous PDA student and you're doing this as a second go around, then you're not going to be as involved. There isn't as much work to do, obviously, except for maybe to go through your store after you've watched the videos again and realize, oh, I could actually still tweak this, I could do that. And so depending on where you're coming from and how much experience you've had already with our training, there will be different time commitments. But the most important thing is, even if you're not going to be able to be live for 12 weeks, which sounds only like a lot right now, you can have these replays that are going to be happening and in the Facebook group, and then you're going to be able to watch them just as much as you're going to be able to watch the course and training later, because even if you're not able to participate live, you've got access to that live extra training for the time that we have as lifetime access to the course. So you can't lose. It's just a really win-win situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we do have quite a bit of people on.
Oh, good. We've got some people
popping on now. So the format of this session, which I mentioned at the beginning, is that you can ask any questions regarding Zazzle, the Profit by Design Academy, and then we're going to be showing you a bit of the back end of the course and also the Facebook group, which you'll be part of during the 12 weeks. And so if you want to pop your questions in the chat, or ask us anything to do with Profit by Design Academy, then we'll love to answer those. We did officially start the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp today, which is awesome. We did our welcome video, and we're starting the first module and going through the first week of the 12-week experience. And that's why we're popping on here really quickly, because we know there's a whole bunch of people who are still interested and need a little bit more information, or a little bit more encouragement, or a little bit more insight into what the actual program is, so that they can really make the decision to join or not.
Or if they want our opinion as to whether to make the decision. And guess what? Sometimes we'll tell you no.
Yeah.
But other times, if it's the right fit, we'll really help you with that. We'll say, well, you maybe need actually some different help than this. So we're very forthcoming that way. Mm-hmm. The most important thing is that you get what you need in order to do the best that you can, because you want to make your Zazzle business a success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So awesome. We have one first question. I'm going to pop it up here. Unfortunately, I don't know who it is. So it says,
say in the chat if or above this video, ask or say yes to the StreamYard request to have you recognized as a user, so we don't just have Facebook user on all the posts that we're going to talk about. But
yeah, you have to.
We don't know your name, but that's okay. But if you want to say your accept that, and then we'll be able to see your name.
Yeah. So it's Facebook user says at the bottom of everyone's pages, our tags are shown. Why are some linked and why are some not? And also Zazzle separates them into 2 different categories. Why? So at the bottom, the blue tags and the black tags actually have no difference to your Zazzle product and making it be found in the Zazzle marketplace. It's just sort of an internal research that Zazzle's doing in terms of what tags people click on and what they don't click on. So even if your tag is black, which means that it's not clickable, it still means that it's working for you. So don't try and remove those tags or play around with the fact that those tags aren't working for you. They are working for you. It's just in terms of what Zazzle's doing for their internal research. And so you don't have to worry about that. And they're separated into 2 different categories. One says product and one says category, because based on the product type that you're designing on, say you're designing on a pillow, there are certain tag words that are associated with pillows. And then there's also certain tag words that are associated with a certain category that you've put it under. Say, what's like a category?
Wedding, like a wedding gift or a graduation pillow.
Yeah.
Or best friends or whatever.
Yeah. And I think that we answered the second question. They had the same question. That's awesome. Okay. So if there's any other questions, then while they're popping in and while you guys are typing them into the chat, we're going to show you a little bit about the Profit by Design Academy. And we're going to first start off with what it is. I'm going to screen share my tab here that I've got open. So the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp is our 12-week experience package that goes along with the Profit by Design Academy, which is our signature course. And if you want to go to elkaclark.com/PDA-bootcamp, and do I have that here? Yes, I do. So here, this link here, then you can see this web page that I'm showing you right now, and it'll give you all the information you need to know about the actual course. It gives you a description of what it is and who it's for. It's really informative. So if you want to take the time to read this because you've never heard of the Profit by Design Academy before, or you need some more information, I highly recommend that you go to this page first so that you can read it all and get a really good insight into what it is, like the core of the program, right? And now you have a whole bunch of testimonials too from a lot of our students. And then you can join in the bootcamp when you either are at the top here. I'm going to scroll all the way up the top. So one-time payment of $19.97 right now. That price is going away on January 22nd. And so that's only a couple days away. Yeah, this Friday. And also the 12-month payment plan, which is $197. And that's also disappearing on Friday. So those are special prices that we're only offering for this week only. We did offer it exclusively to challenge members who joined in a specific like a training, and we're extending this now for the rest of the week because we know that there are some stragglers. There are some people who are interested in joining, but they just need more information, and that's why we're hopping on here with you to talk a little bit about what it is. Okay, and now we're going to go to, I'm going to screen share the Facebook group. So the Bootcamp 12-week experience is where we help you walk through the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp, Profit by Design Academy, and the bootcamp is a 12-week experience. So we have a pop-up Facebook group, which is exclusively for the members of the Profit by Design Academy bootcamp experience starting January 2021. And in this Facebook group, we will be streaming live all of our Q&As. We'll be doing challenges and discussions and keeping you accountable to go through each module within each week. And then we're also going to be prompting our community members to engage and interact and have discussions and ask questions regarding the modules and any course material for the Profit by Design Academy. We're also going live every single week on Thursdays on Zoom. So everybody who's in the boot camp, so we have 64 members at this point in time, all of those people are going to join us on a Zoom call on Thursdays for Q&A, asking any questions regarding that week's module material. So for example, this week we started today. We're going through module 1, and then on Thursday we're going to be doing a Q&A to cover all the material that's in module 1.
Including a store critique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is the group. So if you join and enroll in the bootcamp, you will be part of this Facebook group, and you'll be able to ask any questions and engage in all of the discussion and watch all the replays for the material. And I want to show you now, we're going to talk about the units and the calendar that's happening. For example, in January 2021 today, this is the calendar that we released. Each month you would be getting a calendar like this to explain what's happening during that week. So for example, week 1 was released on Sunday, yesterday.
Well, yeah, they're all released.
They're all released. So, well, yeah.
This is just the theme. Yeah. So every week we have a theme, and the theme is 1 to, like the modules from 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to talk about it for 15 minutes on Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can get on, you can go rah, rah, rah. If you can't be live, you can definitely watch the replay, get yourself motivated. And then each week, because of the content of the module, there'll be a theme. So for example, this week it's all about setting up your store properly, organizing your categories, doing all the things that are necessary to really do well with your store organization. And then when we do our live call at 10 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, which is going to be an hour on Zoom, then we're going to have a store and category critique. And obviously within the this particular Facebook group, you can ask questions all week long about the Module 1 content. And if people have already gone through the Module 1 once before and they're retakers, all of the modules are open for questions all the way through the 12 weeks. So it's really important that you understand that you don't just get to ask questions about one module during 1 week. You can ask anytime, depending on where you are in terms of your progress. But we have some really cool, fun things that we're going to be doing. So first of all, we're going to help you with your store organization. Then we're going to help you post very specific top 25 products. That's happening next week. And then how do we just click out of there?
So get to February?
Want to go to February, yeah. And then just give you a taste of what's going to happen. So then you're going to have a second week where you're going to post another top 25 products. So you're going to have a total of 50 products that are our core list that's going to help you understand what's really important to be making on the Zazzle platform in order to start making money. And we're going to have a production party on Thursday to help you boost that through, about designing, how to post, or titles and tags, anything you need in order to produce or promote, put that product up for sale. And so then we're going to give you an extra week in there where you can ask questions on Facebook and Kajabi, but we know that it's going to be a lot of work to do those 25 products. And so we're giving you an extra week to make sure you're solidly done that work before we move on to promotion, which is the week after. So in the third week of February, it's all about promotion, and we're going to teach you what to do for collections and Pinterest. And it's going to be lots of fun because on the Thursday, we're going to help you through getting collections done right and also Pinterest done right. And we're going to check your work because you're going to be told through the Profit by Design Academy training exactly how to do it step by step. We show you, literally we give you charts as to what to put in each collection and what to produce and what to add to each product to make those products up for those 25 and then other 25. So you're in really great hands, and it's going to be awesome because you're going to just have to do the work. And all of a sudden you realize you're building up your business. And then when we get to the fourth week in February, in case you are still working on collections and Pinterest, we're going to start switching it up. So you're not doing so much work on Zazzle, but you're going to work on your mindset, your goal setting, your branding, some thoughts about your target market. And we're going to help you with all of that when we do the Q&A on the Thursday. Oh, and then we need to go to the next slide for our next section. So we are here for 12 weeks with you, and this is all that's happening. So if you are even going like, whoa, I want to be part of all of this, then you have to enroll in the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp this week. Otherwise, enrollment's closed, which is unfortunate. You would be missing out. And we won't do another one of these for a couple of months, so you'd be missing out for a long time. So this is the time to enroll. And so Then when we start into March, we're going to do a module 6, and that's all about creating a product production strategy so that you know what products to make to get you to the money that you want to make, which is really fun for us because we like doing that analysis and seeing the overall picture. And a lot of creators forget that they can't just post products willy-nilly and throw, like as if you're throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. You want to make sure that you're making good use of your time and that you're going to make the products that ultimately may sell, right? So that's what's happening in that first week of March. Then in the second week of March, we're going to go through module 7, and it's actually called Design School, because once you realize what products to make, maybe you need a little bit of oomph in terms of what you're going to deliver on those designs so that you're competitive with everybody else and you can actually be on the top popular top seller list. And so that's what we're doing in that week of when we're teaching you module 7. And then in module 8, we're going to move further into anything to do with promotion. So if you're interested in learning how to do Instagram and a website, this is when you need to be part of this training in order for you to really get the handle on how to take those Instagram videos that you see online and on YouTube that say, oh, it's easy, let's do this and this, but it's not that easy because we're doing Zazzle promotion. And so it's not like you're just showing what you're wearing or your clothes or what you're eating or where you've traveled, which we can't do right now. But you definitely need to leverage Instagram in a really specific Zazzle oriented way so that you can drive traffic to your Zazzle store and get sales. And the same with the website. And so we're going to teach you everything you want to know, even more than that, because we've got the teachings for beginners, intermediate, and also advanced people who want to be on these platforms or have a website, and we've got you covered. And each Thursday, I keep forgetting, but we're going to do a party, right? And so then we keep going with April. We're going to be doing 2 weeks of analysis and implementation. So really excited to get started with all of this. And are we still screen sharing?
Yeah, this is what they see.
So on the second Thursday of April, we're going to have our last session, an analysis party, because we're going to take a little break for Easter. And then on the Friday of that week, we're going to graduate everyone. You are going to graduate from the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp. You're going to be like honored. You're going to get a certificate. We're going to have a big celebration because you deserve it after doing 12 weeks of this. Not just because you hung in for 12 weeks, because you got the course done. And because of that, the course is so specific and so hands-on that when you're finished the 12 weeks, you're literally setting up your business, and it'll be set up to as much as you want to with regards to some of the stuff like Instagram and website, but everything else in terms of promoting and making products and having your store set up, it's going to be covered and you're going to have it done. And that's why we do this boot camp every so often, because when you're doing the self-study, you don't get there. You don't maybe finish the course, or it takes you a lot longer than 12 weeks. And we want you to ramp it up, because guess what? This year alone, it's predicted that 2021 with the e-commerce online retail sales, they're predicting over $5 billion worth is going to change hands. Wouldn't you like to be part of some of that cash influx? You can be, because the people who were in our Profit by Design Academy last year in 2020 who did implement everything, and that's why we do the boot camp, because a lot of people don't, and they're in the course, but they don't implement anything. But the people that do finish the course and implement our 5 strategies that we teach, they saw so much success. We had so many students who were getting their best year ever, doubled last year's income, like 2019 income, had really big, huge months. And when we're talking huge months, we're talking thousands of dollars, including up to like $5,000, maybe even $10,000. And so that's not for everyone. Not everyone gets that. Just be careful. I don't want to say anything that you might expect. You have to do the work and you have to implement. And that's why we're here doing this boot camp for 12 weeks with you, to make sure you've got the best chance at getting started and get on the best path to get the success that you want.
Yeah. So how about that calendar? No, that's super exciting.
Yeah. Does everyone like the calendar? I'm excited, and I made up the calendar. It's like, but everyone else is like going, we're doing all this. This could be awesome. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's going to be amazing. Now I'm going to go and show you really quickly the back end of the actual Profit by Design Academy course, which is what we're going to be like. This is what you're going to be studying, and this is what we're going to be keeping you accountable for to finish.
Yes.
So yeah, do you want to explain a little bit about what it is?
Sure. Okay. Well, as you can see, there's 114 lessons, because it's a little bit of a thing right underneath there under the logo. But so the course is the course, and then the boot camp is the experience and us being in the Facebook group with you, cheering you on, giving you extra motivation, giving you guidance, answering your questions so that you don't have to feel, awkward. But we really want you to be interactive. But the whole purpose is to get this course done, because this course has changed people's lives with regards to their progress on Zazzle. And we want you to have a transformation. Okay, so, but these lessons, if there's that many, it's like, holy smokes, how many do I have to do every time? But they're not very large, and some of those are downloadables. And like every time there's a lesson, they're short. Let's see, there's some, like, let's try this one out. There's videos here. This one's 15 minutes, so that's it. And that gets you to set up your store. And then anything with regards to, do we have a next category? We can go here. So this next one talks about Z rank. So in 4 minutes, you're going to know what to do with Z rank. And we have a chat sometimes, and then we have a tutorial that goes into more detail. And I don't know why it's covering that up. I guess because you're logged in just Tailwind or something. Yeah, I can't see the number. But there we go, 4 minutes and 51 seconds to get your Z rank tutorial watched, and then you can go and do the work. And I just wanted to get to one where there's actually a downloadable, but where would that be at this point in time to give an example? But sometimes there's downloadables. There's a lot of really great cheat sheets. So every time you have to do something like the 50 product list, that's the popular products, anything to do with store categories, we literally tell you what to do in terms of how to set up your store categories. Then collections, what to do with the collections and how to set them up. And there's a lot of extra stuff as well that helps you with the basics. Like if you have problems with titles and tags, we have a whole section on that, and how to do the best with the department tree that Zazzle has implemented, what to do with the paper breakout if you're doing any paper products. And then you get things like Elka's product creation strategy. So I literally explain to you how you should go about creating certain products, or how to go about the scheduling, and how to maximize anything that you have in terms of sales. So we've got you covered with so many things. And each of them are small digestible videos, and you can obviously go back to them easily to review them if you want to.
Yeah. So I'm just going to scroll through really quickly to show you how many amazing things you'll be able to learn about when you enroll in the Profit by Design Academy. So we're only at Module 5 here, and there's so much that we've already covered. So we would love for you to enroll in the Profit by Design Academy. So many of our students who have taken the course have said that it's basically like an MBA for Zazzle, and to learn how to scale your Zazzle business and ramp it up, and that they've wasted so much more time when they were trying to do it on their own than when they came to join in the Profit by Design Academy. And they wish that they had found us earlier, because they wasted years trying to figure it out by themselves, and they made so many, not silly mistakes, but so many mistakes that costed them a lot of time.
Yeah. And so we want to hear any questions you might have about, what would it do for you and so on. We can start talking while we're waiting for some people to post. But the most important thing is you're going to end up implementing, by doing the video lessons and all the exercises, you're going to actually implement into your store our 5 strategies. And you're going to learn what those are and how they all intertwine, and they need to be put done together. You can't do 4 of the 5. You have to do all 5, because otherwise your business is missing a piece that's going to that's dependent on that piece, and you're not giving that piece to the whole scenario of how you're managing and building up your business. And so that's really important, that you are going to be learning those 5 strategies, which Jen and I use still to this day, and we have consistently made money over the last 14 years. and totaling right now up to $1.5 million and counting. So that's a really nice number. It's almost like, wait, what? Did they really say a million? Yeah, it's actually 1.5, and it's growing as the days go on because we figured Zazzle out. And we teach really core principles. We're not telling you to chase after like a trending thing. We're asking you to come and trust us to help you learn how to set up a long-term profitable business on Zazzle, and then you can actually translate that business knowledge into any other POD that you're on, or if you want to go into Amazon merch. We've actually had a lot of students who said, wow, the business training that I learned for you on Zazzle, I'm now applying it to Amazon merch and I'm killing it. And it's like, this is awesome. So it's transferable skills because it's how to run a business, and then we make the example specific to Zazzle. So that's what you're going to get out of this. And you're going to feel empowered, and you're going to feel motivated to keep going, and you're going to understand that things have to be a little bit more realistic. You can't expect like thousands of dollars right away, but when you do the work, you're going to end up being in that position where you could get that level of income every month, which is really awesome. And what else can they get out of it? Community and accountability, keeping you accountable, and allowing you to have a change in what you're used to right now, depending on where you're coming from. If you've been on Zazzle for a while and you're really struggling, wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to struggle anymore and actually do make the money you want to make? And I can't make any income claim statements, but we've had so many examples of students who have struggled for a long time on their own, and then all of a sudden they're starting to make that money because they did all this, the 5 strategies. They implemented the training in the Profit by Design Academy. Okay.
So unfortunately,
and then the bootcamp part is one more thing, because you could do this on your own, but we have a large portion of people who are in the Profit by Design Academy, and their success is a lot slower. And so what do you want? And right now we're doing one of these boot camps, and you're actually getting in for the same price as it is for just the self-study. The boot camp is actually off. We're not even charging for the boot camp right now. So you are in a really good spot to jump into this particular price that we're offering it at, and to get the boot camp experience, to have not only during the 12 weeks that we're live, but to access all that material that's extra training in addition to the Profit by Design Academy. For that Facebook group, you can access it after the 12 weeks, which is going to be awesome. You can keep looking at it even years from now, and that'll really help you in your Zazzle business. Okay, we have a question.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure who this is. Unfortunately, you have not accepted the StreamYard access. So,
but we'll just call you Facebook user.
What we can say is we will answer your question, and then we'll ask you to send us an email. If you go to our website and you can click on the contact button, or you can send us an email at info@elkaclark.com. So they say, would you be able to critique a store first and then recommend what type of seminar, and I think you mean seminar or course, that you offer that would be best for what I need? Definitely.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it wouldn't be like a full store critique where we say, do this, do that, do that. That's a $500 value, and that's what we usually charge. But we can definitely look at your store and ask you a few more questions about, what are your goals? What have you earned in the past? How much time do you have in order to work on Zazzle? And what are your skill sets? And then we can definitely give you a better idea as to where to start with us with the Profit by Design Academy. But usually everyone does start here. And if they start with something higher or different than one of our other more higher level courses or trainings or coachings, then we always still recommend you do the Profit by Design Academy, because it truly is the bread and butter. It's the key thing. It tells you all that you need in terms of the core strategies, and then it's the other training is all just to get deeper in to the training in order to help you with more specific things and leverage certain things that are not taught in the general training in the Profit by Design Academy.
We have a comment from one of our course members. It So Angel, I love that you're so available for us. It's not just the course material, but the incredible amount of one-on-one support you give during the course and after.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we are always available for our students when we come on live here. Like, for example, what we're doing right now, one-on-one, we're not in person, and we do it more in a group setting on Facebook Live with everybody in our courses. But we definitely offer so much more above and beyond our course material, and especially in the boot camp, what we're doing now, it is an amazing experience. It's above and beyond the course material. It's
like getting coaching from us without paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a taste of what we do with the coaching and our mastermind students. Okay, so are there any questions that, like, because this is also a chance for you to get some hot seat coaching. And if you don't know what that means, it means if you're willing to ask us a question where we can then like talk about it and give you some advice, we're more than happy to do that here because how long are we going to be on for?
We've been on for about half an hour and we'll go on for another 10 minutes or so. And if you want to get your questions in now, because this was sort of an impromptu, we did send an email out about 2 hours ago.
But I've got a good number on.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, whether you're a course member or not course member, please ask.
Yeah. So we'll wait for that.
This is awesome. And in terms of the Profit by Design Academy, while we're waiting, we've started already on Monday, like today, and we go until April 9th. And if you can't be part of that completely, that's fine. You can do everything hands off and just have access to the training because it's free anyway. So even if you were just to start with our Profit by Design Academy course, then you would still have to pay the same amount as what you're paying now for the whole package. And so it's not like you're wasting money because you're also in the boot camp. It's the other way around. It's you're getting this boot camp for free and you're actually probably not ever you're not going to be busy for 12 weeks and never be able to take part of anything. You'll be free, and you'll make the time, and you maybe watch the replays rather than being on live, but you're going to be part of a group where you're going to ask questions in the Facebook group, and you're going to feel welcome, and you're going to feel seen and heard, and you'll be celebrated, and you'll be kicked in the butt once in a while. It's like, let's go, let's do these products. They work. Let's move and get them on into your store, and all of these kinds of things where, especially in COVID, on our COVID situation here, we're getting the power cord, which we're about to lose power. You want that, right? You don't want to be alone trying to get this done, even if you're not that worried about getting done as quickly as possible because you want to get as much leverage out of the year. But I would be in there like a dirty shirt. Like I would be like, okay, I need to know everything as soon as possible, maybe yesterday, because I really want to make sure that my store and my Zazzle business is positioned to start making as much money now as possible while there's still a boom, right? And it's all expected to be so much more shopping online, and people are going to find Zazzle more. And the Elka and Jen just said, wow, all the students that were really on board, brought their A game, did the course, implemented it, started seeing really huge results. Maybe that'll happen for me too. Again, no income claim statements. I can't make any, otherwise I'd be leading you on, but there's enough evidence to prove that you've got a good chance that if you're going to do the work and this is your time, let's do it. And we're here for you in the 12 weeks because we're so passionate and so committed to helping you, because we've seen that if someone actually does the course, they have so much better chance of succeeding. And that's what we want to do. We want to have you succeed on Zazzle, and we want you to be empowered to not just succeed on Zazzle. We want you to be empowered knowing that you could do whatever you wanted to do if you had these business skill sets, which is what's happening here in the training for the Profit by Design Academy. Does anyone else have a question, or am I just talking to a converted crowd?
We've got a lot of people on, but they're quiet.
Okay, so who's still not on in the Profit by Design Academy and wants some help? Because everyone else is on who's already in the course. We already know everybody who's on.
Got a lot of comments from people who are course members.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneeze from,
Otherwise, bless you.
Excuse me.
Otherwise, we're not going to take up your time anymore.
Yeah, no,
we want it, and no one, even from our course members, is like hot seat coaching. We're ready. We want to answer.
I want to answer questions.
If you don't want anything right now, that's okay. I can talk about all kinds of stuff. We know everything. It's like test us. We know. Okay, Katrina has a question.
Yeah, people actually have asked a couple questions about grouping.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's see. So I have a bunch of Monogram products which I've started to group intimate subcategories, but then I have also in them collections.
Is this subcategories or grouping as in like the layers of text?
Let me just read this.
Okay.
Should I keep them in the categories more like the prototypes, or should I continue with the collection?
It depends. If the monograms are like it's a monogram design and it's like a pretty background of some sort or some sort of graphic or photograph, then or artwork, then I would keep it based. If you're talking about categories like store categories, I would be keeping the design in the same category, but under some sections, right? Like you don't want to have your artwork in the kitchen section, right? If it's on a canvas, unless people are going to put it in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. But otherwise I would do things like home decor, electronics, clothing as main categories. And then underneath that, I would start to break it down based on some pieces that are important for you to manage your own product line, but ultimately to guide the customer in and go like, I want, pillow for my bedroom. So it would be under home decor. Then if you wanted to divide it up into bath and bed and kitchen under home decor, and then next after that would be maybe just the design itself, or if you need to go one more with product. But that's when it gets really tricky, because then you have like a gazillion products as categories and it just won't work. You won't be able to keep that as a possibility. Yeah.
She says she made a monogram category.
Okay. Well, that might be tricky. I think that would probably not be the way to go initially, because I don't think people are going to go right from the monogram to, okay, I want to find it all under all these categories. Customers are probably going to shop more with, I want something for my home, or I want a cell phone case, or I want a t-shirt, before they go, I think I need a monogram design, right? I think that's, I'm making a little bit fun of it, but I don't think it's the way people would shop. And that's how you should set up your top categories so that people can come in and shop in your store.
Look at this. I've increased my income 17 times since I started Elko's courses. And bless you, Jen. I sneezed.
Wow,
that's amazing.
Congratulations. That's a snap. If you're yet to be familiar with that, that's our 2021 way of congratulating you, because it's like awesome. Yeah, like
do it again.
Snap. It's a really fun way to celebrate everyone as well. So if you see that and we're on live, I want you to do the same when you're on Zoom. Snap if someone's done a good job, because I think that's what we really need right now, recognition of our accomplishments, because we're on this journey alone, aren't we? A lot of our family members, a lot of our friends, or even the people that we live with, like close family members, they don't get it, right? They have a different perception of what it is that this business could give you. And until you're super successful, they're not going to be as supportive. But when you need the support is when you're not that successful, right? Mm-hmm. Now, right, when you're building it, it's like, keep going, you're doing a great job. But also what's really fun is to have that community here to, when we say it's awesome, then it means more, because we know what it means and we know each other. Like we know we're all Zazzle designers, so we get it. We get how much struggle there was, or we get how much that meant in terms of future potential. Whereas someone who's outside of our Zazzle world would probably not understand it the same way. Mm-hmm. And so if you love that type of community, you're going to get a lot of it in the 12-week bootcamp. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so anyone else have a question?
Yes, we do. Okay, so once tags are listed before an item is posted for sale, is there any way to reorder them? When you add your tags to your product, when you write a tag in and say enter, and then it pops it to the first place, and then you write another tag in and then enter, and it pops it to the second place. There's no way to drag and drop. What you have to do is actually delete each one and then add them again. Or there's a button that says see as text. And then what you can do is you copy all of that, and then you can rearrange it in let's say you open a note program or your email or something, some sort of Word document. You can rearrange them.
Yeah, paste them in there.
Paste them into whatever, and then rearrange them in terms of the text, and then add them back in. And you can copy that whole thing, and you can paste that whole thing in the bar to add the tags. It doesn't have to be individual, and it'll, based on the commas and the separation that the formatting of the Zazzle gave you, it will make them individual tags again.
In the right order.
In the right order. But yeah, for example, if you have all 10 tags, and let's say you want to take the 10th tag and move it to the first tag, you can't just, move it over. You have to do that process where you either see it all as text or you delete the whole thing and you add them again in the right order that you want to. Okay. So let's see this one here. Is there a recommended number of products to have in a collection? This is always a question that we get asked. And it's a question we can't really 100% answer properly because there's so many different variations and possible answers. But no, there isn't a recommended number based on what you're using the collection for, and then also the design type and the product type. But we do recommend that you have enough products in there that it's not overwhelming for the customer when they're scrolling down, because we have had some students and people in our community who have had a collection with hundreds and hundreds of products, and that's just a lot of scrolling for the customer. And at the end of the day, they're probably going to get bored or say that this is too much or there's too many options and they're not going to be able to find what they're looking for.
Yeah, and then you maxed out at 300. You don't get to do more than 300 in a collection, but you would never want to get that high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said, it depends on what you're doing. But for me, because I do a lot of let's say wedding suites or celebration suites or birthday party suites or graduation suites, I have a set number of products. So about 10 to 15 and maximum around 30. But that's just because of what I'm offering within the invitation and the stationery options. And then a couple, let's say, accessories or party things. But that's a good number based on like if you're providing a whole thing that goes together. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Talking about categories, I have categories for design rather than item, except for weddings and face masks, because I usually put my designs on a bunch of products, mostly home decor and office. So otherwise, I'd have the same designs in a lot of different merchandise categories. So I have a main category with, say, beach, and then subcategories for each individual beach design. Awesome. I think that works. No?
Yeah. Yeah. If beach is your top category, and that's how people can find your stuff, then awesome. Like if you're doing like more photography or something, or very specific related items. But if you now are realizing that you want to do like more than maybe 6 or 7 top categories that are all like sunsets, beach, woodlands, or children, or I don't know, or dogs, then after that, the 7th or 8th category, then you start to realize, well, okay, I can't showcase every one of the main pieces without it being many, many categories at the top level. So then what I would suggest before you get too far into your store, if that's the case, is to take all that category stuff that you have at the first level and actually try and move it to the second level, and rather do what what Katrine asked and how we suggested, that you have these core main categories that are, the Zazzle filters the people that way already anyway, like electronics, clothing, home decor, business, whatever else, like occasions, holidays. And then underneath those, you would have beach category in each one of them, and replicate your current system so that you can have the customer first funnel in and at least check out, I need it for home decor, or, I need it in electronics. And then they don't have to sort through all of the stuff just specifically to beach, because maybe they didn't even realize they wanted beach. Maybe they're just looking for home decor and then they saw your beach. But if you have the beach there first, you might actually lose people before you even start to sell to them, so to speak, within your arrangement on your store. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go for another 10 minutes.
Angel, I want to use phrase tags instead of single word, but I get confused as what to add. Silly, cute hearts, pink, pretty pink, girly hearts. Am I spamming if I say hearts too many times in my tag phrases, being the 10 that I can use? Yeah, when you write down one word, let's say you use the word heart and you said silly, cute hearts, and then your next long-tailed tag says pretty pink hearts, girly hearts. The hearts actually doesn't need to be in the second grouping because it's in the first one. Even though you have the long tag, it actually gets broken up into individual ones as well, which is really great because some people use that to then like add a lot more tags within their product. But at the end of the day, you want to be not spamming and say, let's say you do have a silly, cute, pink, pretty, girly heart product. Those words are perfect because if that actually describes your product, then you're fine. But if you're now adding in a whole bunch of random words to try and like,
or if everything ends in hearts,
yeah,
as a tag, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, or if you're saying like birthday present and then like baby shower gift or something like that, where you're trying to add more things in there to just like reach out a whole bunch of different places where the product could go, then that's technically spamming. But if you literally have silly, cute hearts, pink, pretty, girly, you don't need the hearts, then you say sweet, elegant, script,
pattern,
cutesy, glitter, like all
whatever's in the design. Yeah.
All the girly words that you want to use that aren't the same, like they're all different, then that's not spamming. But think of it also the way that people will search for things, because you are ultimately tagging those products so that a person can go onto Zazzle and look it into this, like type it into the search bar and then find your product, right? So if the product has silly, cute hearts, do you really need to have the word silly if it's not actually humorous, right? Or funny? Because me as an outsider or a customer who's going to come to Zazzle, I might think of cute hearts or girly or pink or pretty, but the word silly, for example, might not be in my brain to search because I'm not actually looking for something funny. But in your mind as the artist, you think they're silly because they're like, cutesy and like not perfectly made hearts. So that just is like another tidbit on what you just asked. It's not spamming, but it's just make sure that all the words that you're using make sense for the design that you're trying to promote.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes a tag can actually be against you rather than for you.
Yeah. So Jackie, is there a way to ask that your products not be grouped so that you have more of your products in the marketplace in the different colors? Or would you recommend always having your products grouped?
Actually, they always show up.
They're always in the marketplace.
Yeah.
No matter if they're grouped or not based on the colors. Like what Jackie means is when you have, let's say, a pink pillow, and then on the side it has green and black and blue as the little dots. And every time that you click on one of the dots on the side, the pillow color changes. That means it's grouped together based on the colorways or the design. And all of those individual products, so the pink, the blue, the black, whatever I said, they're all individual products in the marketplace that can be searched individually. So you don't have to worry that they're grouped together and they're only underneath one pillow, for example. That's not the truth. So you don't have to actually worry about that.
And Angel's going snap, snap. And Katrine said snap, snap.
I know, look at that.
Snap, and everyone's, do hashtag snap, snap.
Snap, snap.
You don't have to be on camera. You can still recognize and honor other people.
Awesome. Okay. Nancy says, when you're making a wedding collection and you have a design that looks good on two different background colors, should they be split up into two collections or keep them all in one? Awesome question. Do you want to answer or no? I would say that they should be in two different collections. If they are mix and match, like some wedding invitations are specifically made for like, let's say a black wedding invitation and a gold RSVP card, and they go together because that's how you design them, then they should be all in one collection. But if it's a black wedding suite and then a gold wedding suite, then you should have them in two different collections because they're going to be catering to two different types of customers. And if you lump them together, then you might actually lose out on potential customers because first of all, there's a lot of products that they have to scroll through to find. And then also each of those types of customers is looking for something different. I might be searching for a black wedding invitation and Elka might be searching for a gold one. And if you have them together in one group and you say, let's say black and gold, I'm not searching for gold and she's not searching for black. So you're actually going to miss the customer and you're only going to get a certain type who's actually looking for the black and gold together, if that makes sense. And any way that you name it, right? Whether it be the color or the type of wedding suite that you've created in terms of your collection, but you're going to be limiting if you add all of the colorways into one collection. I would do it and break it out into multiples. So Kalana, does the order of tags matter? Yes, it does.
Yes. The front tags are much more important and have more weight than anything you put on 7, 8, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, if you had a wedding we're talking about weddings a lot. Let's say you have a polka dot pillow, and the polka dot pillow is pink, and then it has a girly script on it. I would first say polka dot at the beginning, then I would say pink, and then I would say girly, and then typography, and anything else then to describe it, like what we talked with Angel, like cute and sweet and girly. Maybe it's like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
All the girly like things later on.
But ultimately, your pillow is polka dots. So if
Yeah.
you don't like polka dots and you're not searching for polka dots, then you're not going to be too happy if it says girly pink. And then you, what do I mean polka dots? I don't want those. So depending on how the customer is going to look at that, it's going to search for, it's going to bring the product up in a spot that's more geared to whatever you've written at the beginning of the tags, or like the first and second and third tags.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question to Angel. I'm designing some St. Patrick's things, and I was wondering if you should leave out the periods and tags. The periods. Same for the quotation marks.
Oh gosh, no, don't put any quotations. Just, you can do commas to separate the tags in terms of making, like, because you know how Angel, she had 3 words in one and then she had a comma. That means that you can group those in one tag. But if you have punctuation between them, that's periods or something else, I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't think that's, I don't know what happens with Valentine's Day. I've forgotten.
Oh, I see, the comma for Valentine's Day and
like
St. Patrick's Day.
the not comma, quotation markers.
I just put in, I've actually created them, and I say ST, and then I don't have the period, and I do Patrick's. And then I do put the comma in, but it's because it's part of the tag. But I understand now. I thought you were literally like putting in periods because you're creating a sentence. But don't, St. Patrick's Day, I put in the ST. And then most, like the higher, I would say, ranking or weighted part of that tag would be Patrick's, because Patrick's Day. So I would put in the comma, but maybe not the period.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day, comma, but no apostrophe and no period on the saint. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Is there a way to direct customers to the new version of a product if the original version has good sales but the template was set up wrong? I'm with you. Whoever this person is, this is something that's been bothering me a long time, because I also have products that the original version was made way back when, and now either the invitation really doesn't exist anymore because the paper breakout came, or the template doesn't work very well because I didn't set it up
Well,
properly.
she said hers is only short names.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
like
well, there's
Jen
different
would.
versions of that, but what you can do is make a new version, and then in the description say this product is flawed, or it has short names. If you're looking for a longer name product, please contact me. And then you can direct them to, like, if they contact you, you can direct them to the new one. But I would make the new one and put it in the same collection and actually have it
in the same category and everything.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that seems like that's all the questions.
And that's perfect timing.
Yeah,
perfect timing. Thanks for asking us questions. I think we were hot seated more than the people hot seated, like, got on or asked questions more careful, like bigger things, which, because we wanted to hear some of that. Maybe we'll have another one, but we have to explain hot seat coaching in terms of giving us a little bit more detail and not just one-off questions, because that's kind of what we were hoping for. Because you want to manage your business, you want to run your business properly, right? These details are cool. We can answer those for you, but we want you to understand that you want to also ask the bigger questions. You want to go, go big, rise up. This is my Gabrielle Bernstein card for the day. And what we want you to do is, by being part of the Profit by Design Academy, you're going to be able to do that because you're going to start to understand the whole scope of what's actually involved in running a Zazzle business that's successful. And you're going to get the training to actually do that. And it's going to be awesome. So please join us in the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp. Go to this URL, elkaclark.com/PDA-bootcamp. And you've got the 2 payment options there, a payment plan or a one-time payment. And that the $1,000 off will disappear on Friday the 22nd of January.
midnight PST.
Midnight PST.
But you don't want to wait until then,
No,
because if you
'cause
do, then you're missing out on the days that are happening this week.
Yes.
And you can obviously make them up and watch the replays, but it's better to show up live and be with us in the community in the Facebook group, and also start in on the modules.
Yeah, like look at here. We asked people ask questions. Maybe that was like something that they were really bothered by and were stuck on, and it's an easy answer. And that's what we want to get to. Is we have the easy answers. You can ask them, and we will tell you them in the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp. And then you'll realize there's even more questions to have that you should ask. And then therefore, it'll elevate your business and let your business scale up. And that's what we want for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so thanks so much for joining us for so long. And maybe we'll pop on again a little bit more during this week to help you with some more things. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a really great idea. So we'll see you in the Facebook group, and we definitely will see you in the PDA Bootcamp, because you don't want to miss out on this amazing opportunity.
Oh, and by the way, anyone who's already taken the Profit by Design Academy Bootcamp, Profit by Design Academy course, if you want to get into the bootcamp part for a very minimal cost, again, because 80% off the cost of the bootcamp, message us. We'll give you the link.
Yeah, if you're an alumni, if you've taken the Profit by Design Academy and you're interested in doing the 12-week experience with us and being part of the bootcamp and going through the course again, which is an amazing refresher, a really great way to start out the year for 2021 and start to ramp up your Zazzle business again, then we're going to offer you a very, very, very good discount to be part of those 12 weeks. So you can privately message us and we will pass that link off to you. We already have so many course members who are doing it again. And they're like, I do this every single year and I'm super excited to do the 12-week experience with you because it's a no-brainer. Like, this is the best way to be part of community, to go through the Profit by Design Academy again, and to hit the ground running for 2021. So if you're an alumni and you've taken the PDA, then you can come in on the bootcamp experience as well. It's not only for new members.
Yes. And just with that, we're right at 6:00 our time. So thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you in the Creative and Ambitious Entrepreneur Facebook group.
And also on the PDA.
Oh, yes,
and
definitely.
Bootcamp. Right.
Yes, wherever you are watching.